Hello and welcome to another edition of Special People, Extraordinary Times. And as we've been shown in the last weeks, these are special people who served our country in times of war or police action or whatever we called it at the time. And they were certainly extraordinary times. Today I'm here with Helen Snapp, who was a pilot during World War II. And that's a very unusual thing, isn't it, Helen?
Yes, I guess it is, for that time at least.
For that time. They thought women couldn't be pilots.
That's right.
So you guys had to keep everything secret, right?
Yes.
How did you get into this?
Well, I had heard of it, of the program. They were called WAFs at that time, Women's Air Force Ferry Pilots. But the qualifications were so high, I didn't expect anything as far as I was concerned because of the qualifications. But when they reduced the qualifications and contacted me, Jackie Cochran did, well then I thought, well, I'll go see, but I don't think I still thought the qualifications
But you
were the
already
same.
had a pilot's license.
Yes, I had a pilot's license, but they required 500 hours and a commercial license in the beginning. So I went anyway, and I was pleasantly surprised that I was chosen, and next thing I knew, I was on my way for training with the Air Force.
And so you couldn't live on the same campus that the men lived on.
Well, in the beginning, some of the women, there were 3 classes ahead of me. I was in that 4th class, and the 4th class was told to report to Avenger Field, Texas, and that was going to be an all-woman training base. And as they phased the present pilots who were training there, I think most of them from Britain, then they moved in classes of women for training as WASP, Women's Air Force Service Pilots, they were finally called.
So there were, in all told, how many women pilots during World War II?
Actually, the total was a little over 1,000.
And how many women tried to enlist in that program?
25,000.
25,000, and
Right.
They accepted 1,000.
Yes. Well, they accept them for training more than that, but then they were reduced all along the way during the training period.
So by the time they graduated, there was only 1,000.
That's correct.
And you were a very special woman. And it's really weird. It's a lot of years later, and now they're going to recognize you women?
Yes, and it's a little late in our life, but we're enjoying every minute of it.
Tell me what they're going to give you.
Well,
What they're going to award you.
It's in the works, introduced by Senator Hutchinson of Texas, a bill to give us the Congressional Gold Medal of Honor.
Congratulations.
It hasn't happened yet, but we hope it will, and I understand it's a very good chance of it going through very soon.
And well-deserved, and you know, a little late.
Yes, but we're all delighted, of course.
Of course, of course. So that would be wonderful. What kind of a medal are you wearing now?
Well, this is a medal, they call it, well, I'm not sure what they call it, but anyway, it's given to some of us for, I was given this at one of the meetings for a work well done. I was an officer in the national group of us that meet for conventions. So I'm quite proud of this also. I wear it all
Absolutely.
the time.
Heavy.
Well, yes, it is a little, but I don't care.
It's so nice to meet you.
Well, thank you.
We've been trying to get together for a little while, but it was a very exciting time for you women, wasn't it?
Yes, and we were very patriotic, and the world, of course, the World War II was in the midst of the European and the Japan conflict, and we wanted to do everything we could. And if they could use us as pilots, well, that was even a great thing as far as we were concerned. And of course, I never expected to fly those wonderful military airplanes, and it was an honor and a privilege to do so.
Absolutely.
And to this day, I'm quite proud of my service.
As well you should be.
And I would encourage any young woman who's interested or could be interested in flying to go out and take a ride and see what it's like. It's delightful.
Do you still fly?
No, I don't fly. My doctor wouldn't let me, won't let me. But anyway, I get to fly on occasion with some of my aviation-connected friends.
And that's got to be great for you.
Yes, it is.
And the historical museum, where you all get together and talk about old times, that's got to be a wonderful day for you.
Yes, we enjoy it because we like to hear each other's stories, and I'm sure the families of these people have heard them over and over again. So now we have new people, new friends to, to communicate with.
And so that's lovely. I truthfully never knew that there were Air Force pilots during World War II who were women. It was such a secret that the general public really didn't know about you people.
Yes, actually it was classified. All the records were sealed, and we were given a wonderful send-off by Hap Arnold and some of the important people of the time, but the general public knew very little. There was some publicity during training, but as I said, it was an experiment. And then when it ended, well, we sort of faded away, and no one ever heard of us. And we didn't even talk about it too much, mostly because it was something that some people disapproved of at the time. Women flying. And I think that I had more disapproval from the women than I ever did from the men.
I'm sure.
Which was, I thought quite unusual and annoying. And I think that the women's outlook on life has changed quite so much, and all for the better.
Very much. And I'm sure that whatever you did for the war effort was very much appreciated by the Americans who knew, and now everybody's going to know.
Well, thank you so much, and we do get acknowledged quite often by being invited to different functions of the aviation world, and also the museums are contacting us, and we were told I would never have spoken like this in public before, but I learned to do it, and it doesn't bother me a bit anymore because I talk about something I really loved.
And we really appreciate what you did. I mean, we wouldn't be here doing what we do if you didn't do what you did.
Well, thank you so much.
So thank you for joining us. For OCTV, I'm Elaine Kugelman, and thank you for watching Special People, Extraordinary Times with World War II pilot Helen Snapp.